In today's video, we're going to explain why the gun bunch trail is such a popular play and beats so many of the most popular zone coverage combinations in Madden 22. Let's go ahead and get into it. What is up, guys? Dave from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the play gun bunch trail. This is a play that you can find in several playbooks. I will be in the Washington football team offense, which is low-key probably a top 2 or 3 bunch formation in Madden. So if you guys like to run gun bunch, this is a great playbook. I actually did an entire game plan out of this playbook last year in Madden 21. So you guys know if I'm in the gun bunch that it has to be a pretty good bunch playbook. And once again, very, very popular this year. Now, the reason so many players love this play is because it is a masterful play that beats basically every single coverage you could possibly conjure up. Now, we're going to go through this from kind of a base look and then show you guys the setups that beat the different coverage shells here in today's video. So make sure before we get into that you guys hit that subscribe button and also take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and start off here with the play bunch trail against cover 2. A lot of players will call cover 2 because they believe that it is a coverage that is probably the most difficult to beat for one play scores. It actually is very, very, very simple to beat for a one play score. I want you guys to go take a look at my Bunch X Nasty game plan on GridironGameplansgg. I've got a formula that allows you to beat cover 2 basically out of any play that has a skinny post. I'm not going to tell you the exact thing that you need to do to complement the skinny post, but it is a really, really good tip. And you guys can apply that particular principle to this play once you learn the concept. But you can beat cover 2 out of this play without that concept. And really all you have to do is just frankly snap the football. So for me, you could go ahead and put the running back on a table route. I think that that is a perfectly fine route that you could put him on. If you have a hot route master or backfield master running back, you could also go ahead and just use a simple out route. That's something that you could do as well. I think that the quicker he gets to the flat, the better, because on the outside receiver on the bunch side, he is actually on that drag hitch route that we talked about in the gun cluster video just about a week ago, where if it's man coverage, Antonio Brown will keep running his drag to keep his separation and keep his legs moving. And then if it's zone, he's going to sit down over the middle. Now, if you get the idea that it might be man coverage, the running back is probably better off running a wheel. So that way you don't have a table route and a drag, both hitting the sideline and being 2 players in one spot. It's better for spacing purposes. But if you know it's zone, you could attack with something like this. Now, the really cool thing about this play is that against cover 2, the corner route to Godwin is going to fan out the safety on the wide side of the field. So we're talking about Fuller here in the deep half zone to the field side. So let's go ahead and watch how this works here. We're going to go ahead and snap the football and just kind of let this play progress. And you're going to see here that you're going to have a wide open pass. Just throw it up, bullet, racket, one play score. And the reason that this works is that the mid-read zone really doesn't get back in the middle of the field to be able to protect that area. So we're talking about this middle linebacker right here. And when you take a look at how he reacts to this play, you've got the drag route, and then you've got the trail combo to the tight end, and that pulls down the mid-read zone, allowing us to throw the ball and split those safeties. And again, you see right here that the safety on the right is definitely looking at that corner route, and you see that that opens up so much field for us to throw. The other thing that's really good about this play is that the tight end is going to break over the top of the drag hitch. So you see right here that over the middle of the field, we have a quick check down to Antonio Brown. He's going to then pull down the vert hook, and then there's a ton of room. So if we wanted to throw Gronk open, we could throw him into this area of the field right here, leading his trail route. So let's go ahead and do that very quickly here against the Tampa 2. So again, we'll snap this football. Watch how Antonio Brown is going to pull the vert hook down, and then you're going to pass lead Gronk, and you could just rat catch it, and you just have to make one guy miss. You see I do so, and Gronk is out for the one play score. So pretty easy to beat cover 2 in multiple areas on the field. Now let's go ahead and move on to cover 3. So I'm going to go back into the play call menu here, and we'll break down how this play operates against that particular shell. If you guys are enjoying this free YouTube content, I would strongly urge you to go over to my strategy website. GridironGameplansgg is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault Update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active, and access to our Discord server, where every single Wednesday, we have a live lab session covering the week's vault content and any questions you guys have about Madden. So make sure you guys head over to GridironGameplansgg. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. So again, the play that we're in is the bunch trail, and I'm going to go ahead and call cover 3 sky. Obviously, you guys can tell in a lot of defenses, if they're in cover 3 based off of 1 safety high versus 2 high, some defenses are going to disguise their cover 3, kind of like you see right here with the nickel 335 will. It's going to disguise a 2 high look or their cover 3 sky. But either way, we're going to be just fine. Now let's focus primarily on the underneath options here. This is where that underneath combo of the drag hitch and the table route or the out route are really, really good, because what you're going to be able to do is kind of look at this player, and again, you're going to read that hook defender. You can have the high-low with the hitch or the trail route in behind it. So let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. So again, snapping this football, you see right here that B is going to then pull down that hook zone, and then you throw Gronk in right behind it for a nice easy gain. So this play is really, really good at manipulating the user over the middle. Obviously, I've been just passing against the AI, but a lot of players will be lurking on a linebacker. And if you catch them on a linebacker and they kind of, get back on Gronk over the middle with this play, you're going to be able to throw that slant hitch check down. So I'll try to control both controllers here and show you what I mean. So obviously right here, they're looking at this route to Gronk. You see that B is then open over the middle, and I broke a sack right there, but you see that you could throw that check down in the event that you don't get instantly shedded. That's a great high-low option. Again, kind of isolating this backside hook and playing a high-low on him can be rather solid for you guys. Now, with the cover 3 shell, there's a lot of different things you can do for bigger plays, not just in your check down game over the middle. And namely, what you can do is go ahead and put B on a streak. And then if you actually have a slot apprentice, you could actually take the right bumper and put him on a corner route. That's a little bit better than the stock corner route that is found on this play. At least in my opinion, you take a look at the corner route that is found stock in this play, and it hits the sideline on the wide side of the field around the opposite 38 or so. Whereas if you use this corner, it's an extra yard, and that seems like a little thing, but it makes a big difference. So, you could go ahead and, put this guy on a streak and kind of let this guy, run out underneath and throw this ball in this area of the field. They're going to have a zone drop set to that area of the field to be able to cover that. So let's kind of simulate that very quickly here. Let's say that rather than a curl flat that kind of played underneath of that corner, they play cloud flats. Now, I know I don't have the ability to set a zone drop here and guard this. You have to kind of understand that on the sideline, a lot of players love to set their deeper zones to like 25 or 30 yards. So with the ball being spotted here on the 40, if you have to imagine that 25 yards, this is 10, he's going to go back an additional, give or take 15 yards to 20 yards. So right here, you're talking about him guarding the opposite 30 if he's set to 30 yards in the event that they're expecting the Z-spot corner, which is the most popular corner route that players like to throw out of the gun bunch. This flatter slot apprentice style corner actually gets underneath of a 25-yard deep zone or blue zone on the sideline, because you have to imagine right here, 25 yards from basically the 40 here, the 40 that's on the south side. So we're right here, 40, 10 to the 50, another 10 to the 40. And then if they're set to 30 yards, they're going to be sitting back here guarding the 30. And you could see that if they had a blue zone, sitting right here on the sideline, clearly there's enough room to throw this corner route right here underneath. Again, you have to imagine that number 5 would be standing back roughly, in this area. You would have the ability to throw this ball down and outside. And that's kind of what I'm getting at here with this. But again, if they were to go ahead and set, some zone drops on the sideline, one thing you could do is put the running back on a in route. And because of that, that would then allow you to throw kind of the check down out of the backfield very, very quickly. And you see that, you could pick up 7 to 10 yards on that if you make a ball carrier move. So, you could do quite a bit with that in terms of flooding the wide side of the field. Now, let's go ahead and get into kind of how to manipulate, the cover three. So naturally, there are a couple of different ways that you can manipulate cover three with this. You could come out with this play to the short side of the field and just simply streak the B receiver. And if they are in a cover three shell, that will end up with the outside third biting down, and you're going to have this pass lead all the way over the top for the one play score. So again, this play beats cover two, it beats cover three. The cover two beater also works on the short side of the field too. So if I were to go ahead and call cover two right here, basically just attacking, in the same fashion, you're gonna see that X receiver is still gonna get open in the middle of the field if they run this on the short side. So this works short and wide side of the field. So your one play touchdown against cover three is simply just put B on a streak and snap the football. Another thing you could do is motion B across the field, and actually right here his streak kind of flipped on us, but you could go ahead and put him on this. And then honestly, if you want to put the running back on an in route and the tight end on a drag, you can mesh it underneath for check down options. You can delay fade to kind of load up. But this is another way to kind of sneakily beat cover three for a one play score, because you can use B to kind of pull that center field safety. And then you're going to have X that's going to be able to run out into this area of the field underneath. So you could throw the skinny post over the top of cover three as well on this play. That kind of leaves us with cover four. Now, there are two different types of cover four. Naturally, you've got the cover four drop style of coverage. We'll start with that. And then you have the cover four match style coverage, which is my forte on defense. And if you guys like cover four match, which you guys really should, it's the best coverage in Madden, you guys should definitely check out my website, GridironGameplansgg. So let's go ahead and talk about cover four drop here. So cover four drop, obviously a big dime 146. This is a zone style drop. And as we know, cover four is not too difficult to really beat. You just kind of have to understand what is a effective pull route for the safety. So one thing that I like to do against cover four historically is I really like to run what is called the Mills concept, which involves, like an in and a post, or the pin concept, which, some players will run a post to one side and an in on the other, hence the name pin. So if you want to try an in on the same side as your post, some posts will work. This bunch trail post, really not so good at it. You can motion this guy out and put him on a smart routed in route. I found that historically, this is a phenomenal route that allows you to kind of basically hold the safety on the wide side of the field down, and then you can kind of just set up a max protect and mesh it with the running back and a drag underneath. And the design here is to get Antonio Brown to cause the safeties to bite. Now, in order for this concept to work against cover four drop, you definitely need speed and you need throw power, probably even need a velocity ability like Gunslinger. But we're gonna go ahead and show you here as we get instantly shed. The goal here is to basically allow for the in route to pull down the safeties. And I'm just going to go ahead and spy off the rush here real quick, just to show you this as a 7-on-7 drill here. But again, you could go ahead and do something like this, and you're looking for B to pull down the safety. And if you can do that, that sometimes allows you to launch it over the top. If not, then obviously this play is a little bit shot. So this concept could be solid against cover four drop if you have the ability to pull the safety down. Now, the good news is not a lot of players are just running cover four drop all game long. Some players are mixing it in. A lot of players are running cover two pressure right now, whether it be the nickel 2-4-5 odd, or they're starting to really spam dollar. Dollar is making a comeback right now with the DB strike, and you'll see a fair amount of those plays. So you're going to be able to beat those pretty easily. The cover four drop, I would say, is maybe a little bit more challenging. One thing that you can do is maybe go ahead and put this B receiver on a streak to help pull the inside safety away, and then just kind of hope that you can use the corner route to the right bumper to maybe pull the safety on that side maybe out wide and kind of open up a little bit of field. But again, you can kind of see that it's not so great. Now, the trail route is pretty solid. It gets into a really good spot on the field. The user has to be really, really patient. But where this play is going to succeed against cover four is in the match variety. And again, like I said, the match variety is kind of my forte. So I run a lot of match, and I know how to, prevent bunch trail from ever beating my match coverages. But, if you catch somebody in the standard quarters or palms, that's just rules. You just have to understand the rules of how quarters works. And you can basically make it so people really, really struggle at guarding this. So, you know, you could do something kind of crazy like, for instance, this, where you just kind of occupy everybody with a vertical route. And then that makes it so you end up with a one-on-one with Mike Evans against his man. And then, you know, everybody's matching somebody, and then you're looking to isolate X one-on-one. Now, I'm getting instantly shedded, so didn't really have time to do that there. But again, I'll go ahead and contain the rush here. It's all about trying to isolate your skinny post against the man that's playing man-to-man on him. Now, Mike Evans right here, you see that this corner instantly played this, which was a nice adjustment by him right here. But if you can get a player that can win his man-to-man, if you have like a route tech at this spot, or if you have a deep out, or I'm sorry, short out elite to get him to light up on this cut, he'll get separation against this guy pretty easily. So, you know, this is something that you can obviously, you know, use against match style coverages. Again, I'm going to spy off the coverage here. It's all about kind of understanding how to make guys match. And if you can do that, then obviously you're going to be in pretty good shape here. So, you know, you can go ahead and put right bumper on an out route, maybe put B on a curl. You know, the goal here is just to isolate a one-on-one. And if you can isolate that one-on-one, then you can kind of launch the ball out over the top. Again, Brady, not the biggest arm in the game. It gets intercepted. But again, it's going to help if you have speed at the wide receiver, or, you know, a lot of throw power. So you can definitely manipulate the match coverage and be able to get that guy isolated in a spot to be open for a lob touchdown. So hopefully this video kind of opens your eyes to bunch trail and its use against literally every coverage in the game. I love the fact that this play can be a quick snap option for you guys against pretty much cover 2, cover 3. It's very, very capable of beating match. I love the check down options. I love how it kind of holds the user in the middle of the field with the drag hitch and then the tight end trail behind it. And obviously it's already got a stock corner, so it's equipped to be a really, really tough quick snap play. And it's why you see so many players running bunch trail, or at least calling playbooks that have bunch trail in their bunch, because it is, especially when you mix it in as a quick snap and you don't rely on it heavily, it can be a quick can opener for an easy touchdown. So if you guys like today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to learn how to defend this play, go check out my match game plan on GridironGameplansgg. I promise you this play does not give me any issues when I run my defense in the way that I break it down on the website. So go check it out. Hopefully I'll see you guys over there on the website. If not, we'll see you guys right back here tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.